What's up, everybody? It's good to be back this week and here with another episode of the Slackercast. With me, as always, is Lawrence.
What's going on, guys?
Got Corey with us, as always, as well.
I don't know why, but yeah.
And also joining us, the N64 expert, I've been told, Hayden.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
What's
on,
up,
sir?
man?
Before we get started, I just want to ask you guys something. I was at the Dollar General today and picked up one of these. I've been drinking like these flavored waters, right?
Yeah.
So this is supposed to have like 3 servings in it. 1 serving has 0 calories. 3 has 5. When the hell did 0 times 3 become 5?
That's weird.
Man, they lying.
Yeah.
So who all watched All Out?
I did.
Did you catch any of that, Hayden? Are you up on
Hayden,
the pro wrestling?
No, I am oblivious.
You mean the
What are you-
best,
what are you
in,
gonna
the
talk
best in the
about,
world
Hayden?
returned, and you didn't? You
Oh
didn't
shit! Is this a
watch?
wrestling list?
No. We tricked you.
I gotta,
Is Dustin in the chat?
I gotta say, awesome show. First off, give it up to those guys.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say, Greg, because I know we talked when AEW started, and I wasn't a big fan of the way they kicked off. They seemed really cocky.
Neither was I.
But, man, if WWE is going to just waste people, fuck them. You know?
Exactly.
Right.
So, it was 3 people that debuted, other than Punk, 3 people on that show, right? Kind of made their debut. Ruby,
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, and Adam Cole.
Yes.
Man, I think Adam Cole is a big loss because, you know, they weren't doing much with Ruby, and she wasn't going to, like, you know, spike the ratings anyway. Daniel Bryan's kind of had his run. He had that big WrestleMania run in the past. But Adam Cole, you look at Adam Cole, his dream was to be in WWE. His hero was Shawn Michaels, who was there in NXT training him. And Vince McMahon offered him over $1 million a year to stay.
Really?
And for him to walk out on all that to go to AEW says a lot. And it hurts me because, like, you know, even through the Monday Night Wars, I was always team WWF because that was my childhood. You know, like Andre and Hogan was the first thing I really followed when they were doing their build to WrestleMania 3. And I loved like the NWO and shit, but I was always pulling for WWF to win that war. And it's sad to see like where they're at now. And fuck it, if they're gonna fuck it up, let fucking AEW win it and do something decent.
But Corey, Vince McMahon says there's not competition at all. I don't know.
He's fucking fooling himself. Then I guarantee if they took AEW took the people they've got now and went head to head on Monday night, they'd start beating fucking Raw.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Look what they've done with like a guy that WWE wasted. Look at fucking Malachi Black.
Exactly.
He's a bad son of a bitch now, and he could have been with them.
Dude, isn't that entrance he has there so badass with the theme and everything?
Man, I've always been a big fan of him anyway. So
I love how he kept kayfabe too. Like he's still doing the eye thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's doing the old school wrestling thing. I really like that.
I think AEW signed some people they didn't need. They don't need fucking Paul White.
No,
they don't need fucking Mark Henry. But like they've been hitting home runs with their signings lately. Even Ruby's a really good addition to that.
Do you think they
division.
need Sting? I don't think they even need him.
They don't need Sting. I mean, he's kind of
do.
cool. He's kind of cool coming out with Darby. It's kind of like a passing the torch type thing to me, but he doesn't need to be wrestling.
Agreed. He really doesn't need to be doing sentons in his old ass age. No. I mean, like, I was sour on AEW at first because, and there's still a lot of stuff on it I am sour on. Like, there are some matches that look so choreographed that it's just hard to watch. Like, but they're getting better, and I mean, they're getting better fast.
Yeah.
So they're in the beginning, maybe they weren't competition, but now Vince needs to be looking out. And I mean,
this is what I can say too. I noticed was the crowds at AEW are so pumped and into it.
Yes,
that you want to be into it.
The crowds are into it.
God, it reminds me of old school wrestling, like how the crowds are just in on it and just chanting.
Ben, I don't think anybody wants that really.
No, I don't. I think he's done with Darby even. I don't know. I don't know who
just a couple
goes to
friends of
next.
mine. You know what it would have been perfect for that? Like what they could have done with that whole thing is turned Darby heel, made him go full heel, made him attack Sting, then he attacks, attacks Punk somehow, or does the coffin drop on Punk. Somehow they could do it however they want, make him hit him with a chair or whatever, low blow, anyway. But go ahead and turn Darby heel, make it be this breakout.
Yeah.
I think you know what else is telling about Adam Cole is that he was kind of the man in NXT, and now he just joined the Elite. He's not the top guy in the Elite, so for him to do that, I mean, just tells you. And I know his wife or girlfriend, whatever she is there, but still,
I think it has to do with Vince and just how he's running things. I think they just don't.
What's up, Jay?
Hey, Jay.
Hey.
I mean, Bray Wyatt's next. I'm assuming he's going to be the debut at that New York show.
What about Braun Strowman? Is he going to Impact? Is that confirmed?
Nobody wants Braun Strowman.
I think Braun Strowman should go to Japan and do like that.
Actually, that is a very good suggestion because he would be the Japanese fans would go
be a fucking star
crazy
there
for him. Yeah, that'd be the best move for him.
So,
what about Ryback though? When's he coming back?
Man, that ship has sailed.
Ryback.
When's Matt Morgan coming back?
God, he was trash.
Or Carlito, for that matter. I mean,
all right, so Lawrence, I wanted to ask you this. It's been a long time since you watched wrestling. This is your first time kind of diving back into AEW.
Yes, it was.
So, overall thoughts, man. Do you think this is something that you could be into every week?
Dude, I was. From when I first jumped in the Jericho match, and we're going to talk about him in a second, but I was just, it had that feeling, dude, that I hadn't had in a long time with wrestling since, even when I came back, when we first started this podcast up, Cars Only Audio, if you go back to our old stuff, like, even then WWE was kind of stale, like, when I was watching it then.
That's why we made fun of it so much.
Yeah, we made fun of it, and it was kind of goofy, corny. But this is something I can watch with, like, someone who's not a casual wrestling fan or somebody who's even familiar with it and not feel, like, embarrassed or like, oh, this is just skimming through it. It was pretty intense. I liked it. I mean,
Ben brought up CM Punk versus Sting next. I don't think they'll do this next. This is a big money feud to set up. But wait till we get CM Punk versus MJF.
Or CM Punk versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah. I honestly think Omega and Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson are gonna be paired up here coming up.
Man, that crowd popped for him too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't expecting it. But let me add this. What happened to Jericho, dude? Why is he so fat now? Last time I seen him, he was...
dude's over 50.
Still, when he was doing that list shit, he was not like
he drinks fucking a fifth of vodka every night.
That's what I was telling Lawrence. I was like, Jericho, like he used to be like super fit, had one of the best bodies, and then out of nowhere he decided, hey, I'm a rock star now. I'm gonna live the rock star lifestyle, and became just like every other rock star.
He's fat, dude.
I couldn't believe I seen him do a fucking lion salt again though. Like,
not like
he hasn't pulled that out in years.
Yeah. You know what's funny though is like every time he does some of that old stuff, I cringe because I'm like, is this going to be the time he breaks his neck? Because he doesn't need to be doing that shit.
He's getting old too.
What happened to Bray Wyatt? That might be off topic because I'm clueless.
WWE fired him. Well, they released him.
Because
he's coming to AEW.
Because
he'll be there soon enough.
Everyone's been trying to get me into wrestling, and that was like one guy I latched onto immediately because I'm like, hey, this is actually pretty cool. It's kind of like horror. He comes up from the ground and grabs people as the Fiend or whatever. And then all of a sudden he gets fired, like immediately after I discover him. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, they fucked him up for years. Like, he could have been huge, but...
He could have been the next Taker. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, done right, he could have taken over that role, but I don't know.
So when's John Cena coming to AEW?
I don't think you'll ever see him there.
That'd be like the biggest like controversy since like Hogan went or Bret Hart went WCW or something.
I tell you what, I could see sometime. I mean, the percentage of this is very unlikely, but The Rock showing up there sometime.
Well,
I don't know. He's too close to Vince.
So I want to ask y'all this, especially
he likes
you,
money.
Corey. The Young Bucks match. I know you are not the biggest fan of the Young Bucks matches. So, like, what do you think of that match?
So I have to. That's like one of the matches I didn't see. I was trying to find a feed that was working.
I didn't see that either.
And that one, I got cut out at that part. So I'm gonna go back and watch it. I heard it's kind of the match of the night. So.
It was a very good match. I mean,
I'm all about the Lucha Brothers. So
it had some hokey shit in it that I didn't like, but for the most part, that match was incredible. Great storytelling with it because they've always had the history with the Lucha Bros.
Dustin's got that rumor out there that Flair's going to be on the AEW, which I guarantee he is. I would put him. I would put him with MJF too.
Has he been on every promotion?
Can I just say something about that, y'all? Just real quick. Who gives a fuck? I'm so sick of seeing Ric Flair.
I don't know, man.
Well, they still do the whoop.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he's so big.
But
like,
I'm
even
like,
there.
it's like, do you really get excited for him anymore?
He's pretty old, isn't he?
Yeah, he's old. He's still got more charisma than half the young people. So.
That's true. But like, I don't know, man. Like, Flair is like when he comes out, cool. I'm gonna watch because it's Ric Flair. Of course, you have to. I'm gonna listen. But like, is it really worth like popping over? Is what I'm saying.
No, but I mean, I tell you what, they've got damn near all the horsemen now if he comes, so they can do some kind of like.
Well, yeah, they got racist Arn Anderson. And they
got Tully Blanchard.
He looks racist too.
He probably is.
No one looks more racist than Arn Anderson.
Have you seen Tully Blanchard, dude? Do you know what he looks like?
You can try. Not lately.
You know what? I'll pull a picture up real quick. I got time.
But I was gonna say, I think, what if Stone Cold showed up there? What do you think, Corey, on AEW? Or is he so ingrained with WWF that it's just
I think so. I think he is. I mean, he's got his show on the network, and yeah. You know how Vince is with like old people. Like he's not gonna he wouldn't let Brock Lesnar show up there. He'd let fucking all his young talent go to AEW though.
Here, I found a good picture for you, Lawrence. All three of these guys look racist.
Fucking Ole Anderson is racist, I think.
All right, here you go.
Who is
the middle guy? Is Tully Blanchard.
Was there younger? I mean, now I guess. Who's that next to him?
FTR.
Yeah, FTR Dash Harwood and the other guy's name.
Cash something.
Cash Wheeler. That's it.
I always thought JBL. Even when I was a kid, I was like, when he had that cowboy gimmick, I was like, yeah. And he was feuding with Guerrero.
But the CM. Let's before we jump out of this, CM Punk's performance. How did y'all feel about it?
It was okay. He was obviously a little rusty. I never did get used to him in the tights though.
Yeah, that's weird.
I didn't like that neither. I thought it ended too fast. I thought it was.
I've never been more disappointed by a man not coming out in his underwear in my life.
That's true.
But but I honestly thought like this is weird because in the beginning you could tell there was a lot of rust there. Like he didn't get the feel for it, but like towards mid match you could actually see him get the feel back for it.
I tell you another thing I noticed in that match, I can never remember a CM Punk match where he looked so much bigger than the guy he was in the ring with.
Yeah. It's because Darby Allin is fucking tiny, man. But
we didn't even talk about the Kenny Omega match.
Oh, we were
in there with the.
Did you see him?
With who's the little fucker with the Jungle Boy? Marco Stunt. Put him in with Marco Stunt.
Marco Stunt almost made me stop watching AEW. But
at least they got rid of the guy that doesn't have any legs.
That's true.
What?
The first pay-per-view they had a battle royal match, and there was a guy in there with no legs.
Literally,
did you see CM Punk botch the corner, the knee to the Bulldog? Did you see him botch that though?
I think so.
Yeah, because he went through the knee in the corner. You know, he usually stays connected and follows it up with the Bulldog, but he just couldn't get the Bulldog. Wasn't there yet. I didn't know if a lot of people caught that because he just hit the knee. It still looked good, but that was a botched move.
No, do you see Ken? Oh, are we talking about the Kenny match, or are you still?
Let's go. You want to talk about Kenny, so let's go.
That was a good match. Did you see him botch that thing on the ramp, or was that part of the show where he was trying to do a backflip off the railing out in the audience? And he slipped for a little bit.
I mean, that was probably a botch. There's a lot of botches in AEW. That's one of their big critiques.
Okay, I didn't know if it was part of the show or if it was a botch, but he pulled it off again when he tried it the second time. But it was.
I'll tell you this: Darby Allin is going to be fucking paralyzed by the time he's 40, with the kind of bumps and shit he takes. I don't care how limber the dude is.
Yeah.
Like when he did that swanton off the top on the CM Punk when he was on the outside. If CM Punk wouldn't have been there, man, if it would have been literally inches off, that dude would have landed right on his fucking head and probably broke his neck.
Yeah, he's insane for sure. Of course, we said that fucking 20 years ago about Jeff Hardy too, and he's still fucking going. So.
The Hardys.
But even when Punk threw him into the corner hard and he fucking took the steel post with his back, and then flew outside. God. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, that was sick.
All right. Anyone else got anything? You wanted to talk about Kenny Omega and Christian Cage, but what do you have to say about Christian there, Lawrence? It was something.
No, I said something stupid. I was like, I didn't know that was the same Christian from Edge and Christian.
I thought Christian was really good in that match.
It's funny because I didn't like him back in WWE as a kid. I always liked Edge a little bit better, but he's I thought he looked cool. He seems like he's got a good thing going on in AEW.
It's funny to me because when I watch Christian now, every match I've seen of his in AEW, he just looks so fucking slow. He looks so slow.
I got to say one thing, because we've been off a couple weeks, and I don't think we've mentioned this, but then we can get to the top 10. But was it cool shit, though, at SummerSlam to see Edge come out to the Brood shit at first?
Yes, it was. That was awesome. I liked hearing that music again.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, SummerSlam was kind of just meh.
Yeah.
Fucking man bun Brock Lesnar coming out.
Typical. You know what? When Daniel Bryan came out on AEW, he had a similar haircut. I wonder if it was a dig at the Brock Lesnar.
I kind of wonder about that, actually. I actually think that was kind of like a little chop to the chest.
Yeah.
All right, so this week's list was Dustin's list, but he's not here this week. So it's the top PS1 N64 era games. I'll allow Dreamcast too, if you got Dreamcast games on your list.
There are 2 games they had.
Son of a bitch.
Because it was still in that era.
It's all right.
Nobody wants to list Dreamcast games. Come on. But who wants to go first on this one? Actually, I'll read off because I got a bunch of shit on mine that's just honorable mentions because this was my era of gaming. But
you said that about NES.
No, that SNES was.
He's had his ass parked in front of a video game system since he was fucking crawling. So every era is his era.
Yeah, this is your era so, at this point.
So I actually have 6 regular honorable mentions because Corey'd be pissed at me if I left one of these games off. But these are some that missed my list: Mario Kart 64.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
For N64, of course. Valkyrie Profile for PlayStation 1. Twisted Metal 2. WCW versus NWO Revenge for N64.
Nice.
Turok Dinosaur Hunter for N64. Chrono Cross and Xenogears. All of those barely missed my list up here. But and my number 6, which is my my one that's my 6th honorable mention, since we're supposed to have 5, is this Corey's favorite game of all time. What's up with some of that Bond, Corey?
God damn, I thought that'd be in your top 10.
Yeah,
sure.
what's in your list? If that's not in there, the fuck? That should have been like number 2 or something.
Nah, man. I only ever played that game whenever those, as you call them, those boys came over.
Well, God, you played it for fucking 40 hours straight, though.
Yeah, that should have been in a... Okay.
All right,
We're just running through the honorable mentions. Is that what we're doing?
No, we can go one by one now. Who wants to go first?
Hayden,
I'll go first. Which, spoiler alert, all mine are N64. Because I was like, my first...
no PlayStation 1?
I mean, I was late to the party, and I don't think I ever really had that many games for it.
Hey, you didn't have any friends that had...
Damn.
Well, I did, but I pretty much went from N64 to PS2. N64 was like my main system during those years. Yeah. So...
Do you have honorable mentions? Or
I do have a couple. Mario Tennis, very underrated.
Nice.
So much fun.
Mario Tennis was good.
It was good.
Star Fox 64.
Oh, that Star Fox 64 was great.
Barely missed my list. And then Kirby, the Crystal Shards. Or maybe it's just called Kirby 64.
Yeah, Kirby 64, I think is the one.
Yeah. That was always fun. But my number 10...
Oh, wait on your number 10. We'll go through our honorables first here.
Okay, well, that's it for me.
All right, so you have 5, Corey, and you have 5,
Yeah.
Lawrence. All right, I'll go ahead and do my number 5 first, and then we'll go around here. My number 5 is Wild Arms. It's a PlayStation 1 Japanese RPG. I liked this game because, of course, JRPG, but also there's like a scene in it to where like these demons basically just murder an entire town. It was just gruesome for its time. So, love this game.
Nice.
Corey can vouch for me playing a lot of games like that. Forcing him
I can vouch for about the first 10 minutes, and I was usually asleep on your bed.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
The Wild Arms was amazing.
It's a good choice. Stuff
You never heard of it, motherfucker.
I haven't until then. So are we going clockwise, like you, me? Then...
You go, Lawrence.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so one that's not on my list but should have been, that barely missed it, was of course Twisted Metal 4. For
4,
me,
huh?
that was that was one that.
Where's your picture?
There's no picture. It's not actually on my honorables either. It's one of those ones that barely missed
okay.
it. Let's
Gotcha.
But that's it. Just Twisted Metal.
What's your
All right,
number
so
5 honorable?
I'm showing that now. It's gonna be, and I know you've heard of this game, Corey. I'm sure you have, and it was. I can find it on here.
Indeed, Twisted Metal was. But 2 was like the pinnacle for me. It's the one I spent the most time in.
Why is it not on here? Well, anyways, it was Siphon Filter. That was the one. Y'all have plugged that in?
Siphon Filter, not Siphon Filter.
Whatever it's called. Was it Siphon or Siphon? We called it Siphon Filter.
I guess if
were
you're French,
stupid.
you can call it Siphon Filter.
We were kids.
Siphon.
We were fucking like 4 years old. I've seen someone playing it. My babysitter used to play it all the time. Used to watch and be like, "What the fuck?"
All good choices, Ben.
Tony Hawk, I forgot about that.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was great.
Yeah, but Siphon Filter was the one that I had. I just can't find. I don't know why the picture's not coming up.
Slack ass.
Do you think we'll get flagged if we play short like gameplay clips? I was thinking about doing that without
probably
volume, but
Yeah, you're probably okay. People play those games online.
yeah, you are
and
right.
shit.
I think video games is like
Yeah, I don't think you get in trouble for that.
okay. Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, my number 5 honorable mention isn't like a great game or anything, but man, the Attitude Era for WWF was so awesome, and this was the first game that had those characters. So it's WWF Warzone.
Oh yeah.
Again, not the greatest game, but just to finally be able to play with those Attitude Era characters was awesome. And it had like their entrances and shit. I think that was one of the first to have like entrances.
Yes, I do remember the entrances. And when you go back and watch them now, they are fucking horrible.
I know. Most of these games, I'm shocked at how bad they look. Like, I don't remember them looking this bad. But
it's weird, man. Like, how far we've gone with the video games is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Hayden, you said you didn't have any more honorables, right?
No.
All right,
sure
so I'll go.
I could think of some, but it's okay.
I'm going to tell y'all right now my list. I told you this in the chat before. My list is going to be very RPG heavy, and you probably won't have heard of most of them. This game, my number 4 is called Alundra. It's a game by Working Designs. Is basically kind of like a Zelda clone, but the difference is like
he doesn't have a hat.
No, like it's weird, man. Like you come into this town, like you shipwreck on this place, and you start entering these people's nightmares, because like these people that are having these nightmares always end up dying. So you have this ability to go inside people's dreams, and you try to save them from their nightmares, but most of the time it just ends up tragically, and they just end up fucking dying anyway. But this game had a lot of death around it, man. It was very dark for games of that time, especially for a teen rating. I'll say that.
I got a feeling, to me at least, Greg's list this time is going to be like the equivalent of Lawrence's hot girl list. Like a bunch of shit I've never heard of.
Actually, Corey, you have seen every single one of these games.
Well, I
look
barely
like
remember the shit on my list, so that doesn't mean much.
It's because you're old, man.
Well, my next one is, and you probably heard of this. It's called
Bobble.
Crash Bash Team Racing. This is like basically a Mario Kart clone, just with the Crash Bash characters. But I love the shit out of this game, man. You had the little oogly.
It was fun. I remember that game.
The little mask come out and protected you from all the weapons and shit. But I mean, it's like a Mario Kart 64 clone.
Yeah, that was my thing. All games like this, all the Crash games, any game like that, I was played them and I was like, I just wish it was Mario Kart, because Mario Kart is the king.
No, I never thought that, because the Crash Bash had its own flavor though somehow. It's like it was different, man. It was different.
It had that I wish I was Mario Kart flavor.
I tell you the one that like this. It wasn't a PlayStation or N64 game, but the one that got the closest to that level was that Mod Nation Racers for PS3.
Yeah, it was.
Because you could download like custom designs and shit. It was kind of cool. All right, my turn.
It is.
So my number 4. I'm not sure which of these games I like the best out of the series, but so I just put Twisted Metal 1. So
good game.
You say number 4?
I said 1. I think I played 1 and 2 the most. So
no, I mean, are we doing top 10 or top 4 or 5?
This is an honorable mention still.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was the first time I heard Dragula. Wasn't that song in there?
No, that was in Twisted Metal 3.
Okay, 3.
That's when they first brought in Dragula. That's when they actually started having the custom tracks, and Twisted Metal Black was really good too, but that was PS2.
That was dark as shit, man.
All the Twisted Metal games are fucking dark.
Not like Black was, like No Face and shit, and the cutscenes were like horror films. It was just something.
And you always got Calypso. He's like, "Hi, I am Calypso. Thank you for
he got
playing
crazier
Twisted Metal."
That could have been a movie. Like Axel was stuck to that little wheel thing.
He didn't come until 2, but yeah, that was a fucked up story, man. With Axel, like he loses his wife and kids and gets put inside this fucking wheel that he misses his arms and legs, and he's there forever.
I didn't even know that game had stories.
Oh yeah, you beat the game
hitting shit. I never beat it.
That's because Corey played it the whole time, and he was damn near about to throw up, probably looking like this, like
probably. I get my fucking ice cream truck spinning around too much, and then I'm fucking out. Fuck you.
All right, so I'm up next, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know we were going one by one. I spilt all mine all at once. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing.
I don't know. I thought honorable mentions, we just go through them real quick. I didn't know we were doing a full list of them.
I was too scared to stop you from doing it, though.
The lists have changed, Hayden. We've evolved, buddy.
Well, I will just say Diddy Kong Racing, talking about those racing games, that was like almost up there with Mario Kart. Like, they tried to do something a little different.
Yeah,
and
Black was good, Ben Grimm. I like that. And I did know they're making a movie of it, apparently.
Was Black a
show?
Was Black a PS2?
Yeah, it's PS2.
Yeah, okay. PS2. All right, get ready for it, guys. Here it comes. I know you're excited. My number 4 is actually a game that I am replaying right now. Breath of Fire 4.
You said get ready for it like we knew what this was. What the fuck is
I said more RPGs, man. I could say a lot about this game, but you're not going to care anyway. If you want a good RPG by Capcom, check out Breath of Fire 4. It's about a boy who's actually a dragon and can turn into a dragon, so it's cool as shit.
Greg, why do you like RPGs so much? So what's your
the story, dude? Back then, the stories on them were so good, and the art style, like the art style in those games, I love that art style.
I didn't have the patience to do the take turn shit. I just didn't like that. I liked it more.
Those games made me a faster reader because you had to read everything then. You didn't have all this voiceover shit.
It's another reason
he didn't read shit in school. But
yeah,
shit on the games.
Everyone else read books. I fucking read RPGs as I played them. Okay. That means you're up, Lawrence.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, my number 3 is going to be... Mario Kart 64. Oh, shit.
Then why does it say Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Hold on. My shit's all wacky today.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I don't know. It's like my thing's upside down. Hold on. I got it. There it is. Mario Kart 64.
Oh, great game.
The better Crash Bash Team Racing. Yeah, there was nothing that beats this, honestly.
I'm just going to say, Hayden, I think I could beat you in Mario Kart.
Oh, I don't know. Man, is there a mod out there where we can play online? Because that would be so much fun.
I'd have to get a Switch. I plan on buying one in the near future. So,
will they let you play the old one?
I don't know.
I suck at all the new ones.
I don't think the old ones are online though. So.
Yeah.
My third honorable mention is kind of a weird one, probably on nobody's list, but I somehow got a hold of this game back in the day, and it was pretty cool. It's called Gallop Racer. It's like a horse racing simulation.
It actually looks cool.
Even had betting and shit on it.
Hold on, Corey. I've heard of plane racing simulators. I've heard of like truck driving simulator, but a horse racing simulator.
It was cool. It had because back in that time, I kind of like going to the horse track, and you could do like wagering on these races and shit. It was kind of cool. So,
okay.
Look, Lawrence, we fucking live near Kentucky, and horse racing is a huge thing.
I have no objections,
so don't talk like it. Oh, what the fuck? Horse racing? Do you even have horses there?
What is
they have crackhead? They have crackhead beach racing back in.
That's right. Bum racing here in Mississippi.
Yeah, bum racing.
Yeah, Ben. Final Fantasy VII will make an appearance, but I won't say where yet. Being amazed by the graphics of Final Fantasy VII by today's standards is pretty comical.
Yeah.
You can hardly make them out as people now if you go back and look at it.
Right.
All right, my next one. I think this is the one you just shared earlier, right, Corey? SmackDown 2, Know Your Role.
No, I had WWF Warzone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this game was like the fucking wrestling game when it came out.
That was much improved over Warzone.
Definitely had the better entrances. The actual wrestling in it was good. Got to play as Triple H. Only thing it didn't have going for it had the worst version of the Undertaker ever.
Oh, biker version.
Yeah.
And it fucked up.
I'm sorry, American Badass version.
Still can't get hair right in video games.
Yeah, I know, man. It's weird.
Go PC because that'll give you a much more.
It's funny because in that game, sometimes the hair would like get stuck facing upwards.
You know what I loved about all those old fucking wrestling games is that Triple H always had like Sean Penn's face.
What?
You look like Sean Penn with long hair every time.
I remember that, man. I remember me and you would like look at some of them and like you're like, it doesn't even look anything like him. It's like, how hard is face mapping, really?
All right. Are you done talking, Greg?
I'm not talking, so yeah.
All right.
Share your next thing.
My number 2 was Mario 64. You remember jumping through the pictures and the music and all that stuff? There's just so many memories in this game. You had little onion hands, though, so you still always say. But other than that, it was like we were blown away by these graphics.
First off, that being an honorable mention is a travesty.
You must got it in your list.
I agree, Greg.
Greg, this better be number 2 on your list.
It's like probably the best Mario game ever created.
Well,
that's fine. Honorable mention.
I don't know if I'd go that.
I'd say it still holds up. I've played it recently.
It's still fun, man. Yeah, it's still a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
I never beat it. I just jumped in the pictures and got myself killed. I didn't know how to play it.
Nobody beat it.
Yeah,
I did. I beat it and got all the stars.
Why is he cross-eyed though? You notice that? Like he was eating the mushrooms, I guess, but he was the first.
Mario was busy, so they brought in his not so smart brother to play the role for him this time. Not Luigi, the other brother.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, my number 2 honorable mention is. God damn it! Hold on. Ah, shit! Hold on.
If Worms Armageddon on this list,
is it not letting me add yours? Are you add yours?
No.
That's weird.
Wipeout.
Wipeout was great, man. It's hard as fuck, but it was great.
It looks like F-Zero GX.
You know what used to happen to me on Wipeout all the time? Or no, actually it wasn't Wipeout. It was Jet Moto. Y'all remember Jet Moto?
Yeah, I played Jet Moto.
Like, I would sit there and I would try to go on the tracks and I'd just keep falling off the track every fucking time. I'd get going fast and just fall off the track. Could never finish it. The game was too damn hard. All right, my number 1 honorable mention. My buddy Shadow is going to have a real problem with this being only just an honorable mention on my list. But it is Final Fantasy IX. They changed up the art style in this one, but it was still a great game.
I kind of like it.
Great story. All the characters were good. Vivi was adorable. Vivi is this guy.
That's Orko.
Age right there. Great game though. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, it's a must play.
I've honestly never played any of them. But what would be a good place to start? A lot of people say 7 because I guess they just remade it.
Well, it depends, man. It depends if you have patience for old graphics. If you have old graphics, I would say go back and play the best one, in my opinion, which would be Final Fantasy VI on SNES. But if you don't have patience for old graphics, probably the remake 7 would be a good place to start, or Final Fantasy 15. 15 would be a good place to start.
Greg, you like a lot of RPGs. Were you ever a Chrono Trigger guy?
Fuck yes, I was.
All right. Okay. Take that.
Chrono Cross was in my honorable
He's offended you asked.
Yeah, no. What was I thinking?
Didn't even know that was a sequel, did you?
No, it's my turn now, though.
It's technically not a sequel; it's a prequel. But...
Hayden, have you gone yet, or?
We're still this is our last honorable mention.
Last honorable mention. Then we'll swing back around to Hayden for number 10.
Y'all are gonna hate me for this one. I don't care. It's gonna be Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Only because I never actually played this. My friend Anthony did because he was older than me, and it was his game console and his game, and he would play it. But I liked watching him play it. And
Lawrence just had Ocarina of Time as an honorable mention. Shadow. I'm just
it's my number one. It's my number one.
I have to admit, I was the same way. I only played it at friends' houses, but it still made my list. You guys will see.
Okay.
But you're both terrible, so both of you.
Well, I thought Majora's was better than this, but I mean, I still have respect.
No.
A lot of people think that.
No, a lot of people don't.
Majora wasn't.
They didn't release no fucking Master Edition of Majora's Mask. They didn't base all their newer games off of Majora's Mask.
I would like to put that on my honorable mentions.
Majora's Mask?
Majora's Mask. I forgot about that one.
Actually, that's the only Zelda game I think back in that time I didn't play it through and beat.
What? He didn't beat the Majora's Mask and save everyone from the moon and all that shit?
I didn't have the Rumble Pack, man. I couldn't play it.
Oh, yeah. That was stupid. I don't know why they did that.
Or not the Rumble Pack, but that thing you had to add to the 64 to upgrade the graphics. I forget what it was called.
But, Greg, do you see my reasoning for putting it? It would have made my list because that was my childhood. The N64 and all that was Ocarina of Time. Everyone played it.
It should have at least been your number 10, man.
But I didn't. I know. I had to go somewhere, man, but I didn't. I wanted to put games on my list that I actually played, not just.
I hate you. Moving on.
All right, my number one honorable mention. I feel like kind of a forgotten game, especially when you talk about like the horror-based games. But I love this game. I couldn't find a good screenshot, but here's like the game itself. It's a game called D.
I remember that.
I remember that game.
That game was fucking confusing and hard.
It was.
I remember actually when you got that game and you loaded it up and started playing it, and I was like blown away by it because it was just so creepy for the time.
Yeah, I feel like it was before some of those like Resident Evils and shit.
It was. I'm almost positive it was before Resident Evil. All right, Hayden, number 10, man, on to you.
10.
You finally rejoin us.
Let me pull up this little video.
I like that you're doing. I thought about doing the videos too, but I just went with the game covers. We did have to go through our hurricane and all kinds of bullshit here in the past weeks. Huh?
Hold on, let me reshare it. Hold on. There it is.
Oh yeah, Dino Crisis is a great game too, Ben. The dinosaur version of Resident Evil.
So mine is Quest 64.
I remember Quest 64.
Yeah, Quest was good.
Yeah. A lot of people hate this game.
No, man, it was great.
I really loved it.
Look how charming that little guy is. How can you hate that?
Yeah, man, that looks like Mario 64 land.
You fight these monsters and level up, and you can like choose which like power you want to level up, and it's kind of like Pokemon with the whole.
Dude, I may go back and play that honestly.
Dude, I've been playing it. And I'm not gonna lie, I've wasted a lot of hours trying to level up and just get through it.
Look at those monsters.
Oh, I remember that. I remember those things.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. It makes me want to go back and play it.
But yeah.
Oh, look at the magic. Nice.
Greg's getting a little horny for that game.
I was, actually.
It is fun.
Got a little bit of a rager right now.
I wish we would have did videos.
All right, yeah, mine's gonna be disappointing now.
You still can. I'm just pulling them up as I go.
My number 10 is Castlevania Symphony of the Night for PlayStation 1.
Oh, I remember that.
Never played it.
Hell yeah.
It was like when this game came out, it changed Castlevania. People were like all about it then. You played as Alucard, going through, defeating all the monsters, classic, Castlevania style. But it was different because you got like equipment and shit like that. You started out really strong. They take everything away from you. You got to go get it back and become strong again. Yeah. Great game though.
All right, so my number 10, and Greg, you're gonna hate me again. It's gonna be Mortal Kombat 4. I saw this game when I was living in the apartments. I was like 5. I first moved down here, and my next door neighbors had this. I'd be at their house every day, even when he wasn't there. I'd tell his mom, like, "Can I come in your house so I can play his game?"
Hell yeah!
Because I love the animalities. Because couldn't they turn into like dragons and shit?
Do y'all remember how the SNES version of Mortal Kombat, the first one, didn't have blood? It had like some shit that looked like sand that came off of them instead of blood, because they wouldn't put blood in it. It was so weird.
Yeah, this game didn't have that problem. It was completely hardcore, but like, I remember the graphics were so good to me back then. But looking at it now, they suck.
Yeah, Luke Kang's got a little bit of Sean Penn face there.
Everyone's got Sean Penn face.
So does Reptile.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, Sean Penn has a reptile face.
Yeah, that was crazy, Ben. I should have mentioned that when I talked about it. The castle upside down. Going through the clockwork stage, that was a pain in the ass.
Okay, number 10 for me has already been mentioned. One of the few N64 games on my list. It's Mario Kart 64.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. That's not the 64 version.
Well, it's all right. Eat a dick, all right?
I'm actually excited for Hayden's list because he has so much N64 on it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, mine's majority PlayStation.
Well, JBL was a Nintendo guy, so he had hooked him up with all the good shit
there we
back
go,
then.
yeah.
So, my number 9... Here, let me share it, the video. I still, even watching the video, I can't figure out if it was the first or second one that I played, but Bomberman.
Bomberman 64.
I can't remember if this is the exact one I played or if it was the first one, but these were always really fun. You know, it's a lot of like puzzle-based, you know, strategy sort of stuff to get.
What I remember about the N64, man, is everyone like lost their shit about the controller because the controller was so weird, and it was shaped like no controller has ever been shaped before at the time.
It's hard.
You
to
had
get
one
back
joystick.
Into
yeah, the one joystick was weird.
Yeah. I tried to play Goldeneye the other day, and that's a hard game to get the controls back.
Yeah, you got to get used to that auto aim, man.
Yeah. It's very confusing and hard to get used to it.
That game was hard in general, though. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember I tried to unlock like the cheats by playing the stuff on the hardest difficulty because that's what you had to do.
Yeah.
Like the timed missions and such. It was a pain in the ass.
Dude, when you got those guns, though, like golden guns, silver guns, platinum guns, it was God, man.
I'll tell you this, when we played the game on multiplayer, I would always make all these damn rules. Like I'd say you can't be Odd Job because he's too hard to hit.
Oh, you were that guy? We always wanted Odd Job. I was like everyone's number one dude.
Yeah, because you couldn't shoot his little ass.
There would be goofy modes like paintball mode. Remember that?
Yeah,
I remember paintball mode.
Paintball. Like...
Oh yeah.
Where's the ultimate gore mode? Is it already back to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Has been for like 10 minutes.
Well, my number 2 is Resident Evil 2. My number 9 is Resident Evil 2. Yeah. Nothing. The Resident Evil games were great. The first game was, you know, a milestone, but the second game just took it to a whole nother level, man. It's like, it's the reason they remade it not long ago is because it was one of the best Resident Evils ever. The story was awesome. You go down in the underground factory and shit and discover all the secrets of the Umbrella Corporation. It was badass.
So how hard is it?
I mean, depends what difficulty you played on. It was scary at the time. It was the first game to ever make me jump, actually.
think Lawrence was getting his door knocked on.
Yeah, his mom was yelling at him or something.
Get your own place.
Get out of my fucking house.
You're your own man.
But no, man, like I loved like beating Resident Evil 2 and then going back through the game with the rocket launcher and just decimating everything. Because he's in love with me, Dustin. We already discussed this.
You want me to go ahead real quick?
No, I can go.
He's back. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. My next one was. Let's see. No, not you. Dustin's here? Oh,
an appearance by Dusty.
I'm just joking. He just brought up your profile picture, so I had to do that.
One of my honorables.
Was WCW NWO Revenge. I remember playing this when I was a kid. At that same guy's house, my same neighbor when I was in the apartments, when I was like 4 or 5. And this is one of the games. Even the music, like the intro music, was cool. Remember, like the little, like the soundtrack.
Dude,
for this
those
game?
Games were so fun.
I remember that.
Yeah. Had the little guitars and stuff. Like I can think of it now, and it's just perfect.
Who's your favorite person to play as?
Sting. I mean, hands down. When Sting came out, the Royal Rumble thing, like when the random dudes came out and ran to the ring, and you got Sting, you used to go crazy. My second
War
favorite
Games, okay? Can't call it the Royal Rumble. It was War Games.
Yeah, War Games. That's what it was.
All right, Corey.
Number 9. One of the few games of this style I would play and enjoy. But it was Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, I did not expect that to be on your list. I am shocked.
I love the little, like, kind of hide, duck behind shit and wait for people to clear out.
This is bringing back a lot of memories. I guess I did play PlayStation more than I.
So how many times did you try to hide in the fucking box and then they just kick the box over and kill you?
I don't remember. I just remember playing it, and like that was one of the few games of that style that I would like play and enjoy. So
and it was groundbreaking for that time too, man, because of the cinematics and such in it, and like it had a lot of voiceover in it for the codecs and such when they talked to you. It was a milestone for PlayStation at the time.
Yeah.
Is that the one where you meet Otacon?
Yes, you meet Otacon. You just wanted to say Otacon. All right, Hayden, you're up, man. I see you got loaded up here.
I'm curious to see if anyone else has ever played this, but it's Tonic Trouble.
No.
It's like one of those kind of weird games that I wouldn't say it's rare because it's not like hard to find or expensive or anything, but it's a game where you play this little guy who's trying to like fight these like different vegetables and stuff.
Is he talking to a newspaper with eyes?
Yeah. There's a bunch of like, honestly, it's kind of trippy if you go and play it now, because you're fighting like these corn on the cob guys and going through these like different.
Is it a game meant to be played while you're tripping mushrooms?
Looking back on it, I think probably. But it was a lot of fun, and yeah, I don't know. I've never really met anyone else who knows what the hell it is, because it's such a weird game. But I don't know.
Greg, you remember her?
Remember who? Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. My number 8, Hayden's going to think is still too low on the list, but it's Mario 64.
I'll match your dog.
Oh.
At least it's on your list.
I loved it, man. Like I said, I played.
What is it?
Got all 125 stars. Took me fucking forever. But
Australian Shepherd.
Oh, fancy. My dog doesn't even have a race. I think it's just a mod.
It's Asian.
A race.
Well, you should show the puppies, man. Why are you showing that hairy thing when you got little puppies running around?
Hey, she's still got some mileage on her. She's good. But
big cheers for my Mario 64. Appreciate that.
It was way too low, man.
All right, go, Lawrence.
All right, my turn again.
Way too low, wasn't it? In your honorable mentions?
I was waiting for y'all to catch on. All right, so mine was, of course, Tekken. But this was Tekken
one?
3.
I was going to say it better be 3.
3 was the best, man. You had the little story. If you beat the game, you got the little cutscenes and the story of what happened to him. My favorite dude was everyone liked Yoshimitsu. I get that. He was always cool.
What about Armor King?
Armor King. The Kings were cool. Everyone liked the Kings, man. But I loved Eddie Gordo because he did the breakdance and shit. That was everyone's favorite character.
And Eddie Gordo was a character that people picked that didn't know how to play the fucking game.
Yeah, because all you did was button mash, and he could like do every kind of kick, spin thing. But I like Gunjack too. Was he in this one or no? I can't remember. It's been so long since I played.
I don't know if it was. I think it might have been Gunjack, but it did have Heihachi Mishima and Paul Phoenix.
Like even the characters in this game, like people like Street Fighter. We talk about all these arcade fighting games, but like no one has characters like Tekken.
No,
because every one of them is like special. Martial law and
Bruce Lee.
Pretty much Bruce Lee. Even like that wood guy, the little fucking dojo thing, that like the wood puppet fighter.
I forget what his name was.
Me too. And Roger Jr. The fucking kangaroo.
You liked all the gimmicky characters. Kumo was your favorite character, the big fucking bear.
But you had to fight Ogre in the end. Remember that, Greg?
Yeah, he was kind of
from weird. Revenge of the Nerds.
No, yeah, I wish he was in this game.
Yeah, I do too.
Now they get all crazy with the Tekken games. They bring in people like fucking Jason and Michael Myers, and
so does Mortal Kombat.
That's what I'm thinking. It was Mortal Kombat. Never mind.
Yeah.
I got the world's shittiest screenshot for this one, but
I can't wait.
What are we on? 8? My number 8's Gran Turismo 2.
Oh, that's a great game.
Oh man, yeah, man! Like
shit out of that.
Gran Turismo games were awesome.
I just loved all the damn different car choices you had on those.
What was your favorite car? Hands down.
I don't know. Fucking a Fiat. I don't know.
I own that game.
Do you remember, Corey, how you had to get your license?
Yeah.
Before you could actually
yeah, that was cool.
Do anything.
No,
you had to drive the car around and pass the license test.
When I was but listen, when I was a kid, I remember you got that screen mode where you were in the windshield, and it was like you were driving the car. I found that out like years after, and I was a kid still, and I was like, this is the coolest version because it was like you were driving the car yourself. So I always played in that mode.
So let me ask y'all this. Whenever you play racing games like that, are you an automatic or are you a manual transmission kind of guy for them?
Man, I ain't driving manual in the fucking car, so I'm driving automatic in the game too.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
I wish I could say I was on that next level.
Yeah, I was always automatic too. Manual just seemed like it was too much micromanaging.
Manual was for that prick kid that thought he was like too cool for school. That was something they did to show off.
It's like, man, but you get more speed if you do manual.
Yeah, I said that same argument.
Not whenever you're fucking stuck against the wall and you can't figure out reverse.
Yeah, you know what my argument to that would be? Your ass is sitting in your living room floor. All right? You're not really driving a fucking car.
You're not really shifting, dipshit. You're pressing R1.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I never did manual.
Mario
I'm kind of mad now that they even threw that in as an option.
I just want to know, where's the sports games, Corey?
Yeah, no one said one sports game so far.
I should have put Blitz on here.
I was trying to
fuck? I forgot about Blitz.
I was trying to think of as many that I played that weren't sports. So anyway.
All right, Hayden, you are up. You ready to go here?
Yeah.
All right, what do we got here?
Super Smash Brothers 64. I love this game. I'd still prefer to play this over the new ones. Maybe that's because it's easier and simpler, and I don't have time to learn all these different controls and shit. But I can still whoop someone's ass with Kirby.
That's my biggest gripe about the Smash Brothers games in general. Is like, everyone knows how to do shit except me. I can't figure out any of these fucking people's moves. It's like, oh, you press up to throw this, but on this guy it does something else.
No, Greg, you have no idea. You go to one of the tournaments, the Smash tournaments. They do stuff that's like, there's like unlimited moves in that game. There's stuff that it's like, I don't know, next level with those guys.
Yeah,
they break controllers doing shit, trying to pull
crazy.
off combos. Yeah,
and I should love it, but I can't. I still like it simple.
Me too. I prefer the simple.
Maybe I'm an old man.
Motherfuckers juggling me in the air and shit. I don't even get to touch the ground. Then they knock me off the fucking world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Greg.
All right. It's my turn again. Number 7's already been mentioned, Metal Gear Solid. Great game. Pretty much talked all about it whenever Corey mentioned it, so I won't say much more than that. But I loved it, man. I've been a Metal Gear fan ever since I played this game. So
the only thing I like about the Metal Gears is it's so fucking complicated. Like, what was that thing where like his arm was ripped off?
Well, see, that's the thing with Metal Gears. Like, they seem complicated, but they're not.
They're fucking weird.
It's just got a learning curve.
No, I like the story itself, not the game play. But like,
oh, you're talking about like, I mean, that wasn't.
Shit.
There was no one missing. You talking about how someone took someone else's arm and then that
had
arm
their
took
memories.
over them.
Yeah, the weirdo shit like that, or like how Solid Snake and Liquid Snake are all the same snakes, or they're clones of Big Boss or some shit.
Yeah, they're clones of Big Boss.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah, they explain everything if you just play the
And Ocelot, games, okay? Ocelot was a snake or something. Wasn't he one of the? I don't know. I got lost in all of it.
I don't know why they don't make a damn movie based on that shit.
Because they'll end up like Ghost in the Shell movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or it'll end up like the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Or Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on that.
Is there some law in Hollywood that they can't do Japanese anime movie conversion?
They just don't want to hire actual Japanese people to do it for whatever reason. I think that would solve a lot of the problems.
Yeah, just make them Japanese.
It's because motherfuckers here don't want to read subtitles or too lazy.
Yeah.
That's the first question I get from someone. I'm like, it's a Korean film. Like, is it got that subtitle shit? Like, yeah.
I watch it.
I know. Everyone's like, oh, Parasite, greatest movie of the year. Well, it's like, yeah, but you know that guy's done a lot more movies than that. You just didn't want to read damn subtitles.
Or like the Old Boy. Like, I saw the American Old Boy.
Is this Paper Mario?
Yeah.
No, this is I forgot about that game. No, this one is
Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Smash Brothers 64.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
You know, I never played it.
He's already talked about
I never played 64.
Oh, really?
Dude.
My introduction to Smash Brothers was, I believe,
Melee.
What was the system after
GameCube?
64? GameCube, yeah.
Yeah, Melee.
Oh, Melee was the hardest one. That's still the hardest one, I think. Melee was just fast, man.
What's Melee?
Yeah,
Smash
I don't
Brothers
know what that is.
Smash Brothers Melee is the GameCube Smash.
Is that the extra value meal version?
Or Melee, I'm sorry. We called it Melee.
What was I calling it? Was I don't even know if I was.
You said it right, I think. Just giving you a hard time, Lawrence.
Smash Brothers Melee.
Teaser trailer for the new Matrix movie, Dustin says.
I seen that. It was like the letters and the red pill, blue pill shit. Nothing to brag about.
I need to watch that.
Is it done by the Wachowski sisters?
Yeah, I think so.
At least one
Wachowski sisters. How fucking confusing this shit gotta get.
We're already doing video games. Let's not go down another nerd rabbit hole.
Let's not.
All right, my number 7. I feel like these games, this series of games kind of was a revolution at the time when they came out.
Dustin, we called it Melee. I'm sorry. Like, that's just, I mean, what do you want us to do?
Let Corey say his fucking game.
I'm always getting fucking cut off. Fuck it.
Sorry.
I quit. My number 7 is Tony Hawk 2.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Good choice.
Great game.
That was the PlayStation one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 was like, Tony Hawk 1 was good, but 2 is the one that took it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And you had all the licensed skaters and such, so it was awesome.
Oh, I heard they're going to come out with a new Skate game, like Skate 4.
Why? All of them sucked anyway.
What? You didn't like Skate?
No,
I mean, it was fucking complicated.
The first and second one were the best. Third kind of shit the bed, but...
Speaking of skating games, Greg, I wanted to mention this from your Nintendo list. You had Skate or Die, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I loved 720. You remember that game?
I don't, actually.
That was a great one, too.
Wait, was that the snowboarding game?
No, it was a skateboarding, too.
Oh.
I remember one that I didn't mention was TNC Surf Designs.
Oh, yeah.
That was a game. That game was fucking great.
Mm.
All right, Hayden, you're up.
All right, let me share this. So it's already been talked about, but I had to put it. It had to go on here. Like, this is just the most fun game. Of course, Mario 64, Mario Kart 64. Probably the most fun game. Well, one game might beat it, in my opinion, for number one game to play with friends when you had them over.
Especially like co-op.
Yeah. Like, this is just the hours that I would spend with friends just sitting around the TV playing this. So much fun.
Well, I'll say this too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Corey.
I was going to say, what I loved about that game was that one track where it had the fucking train crossing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, Hayden said it's a great game to play with friends, but it will also end a fucking friendship, because when you got first place up there and then your little fucking cocksucker friend shoots a red turtle shell at you, and then you go from first to eighth and he pulls out the first place.
No, what fucked with me was like getting tagged by multiple shells. Like one guy hits you and another guy comes and hits you and you just keep rolling and then you just get passed up. That shit sucked.
I gotta ask this, Greg, because there was a ton of video games at your house. What started more fights, video games or fucking Monopoly?
Well, Monopoly was always played in fear, because there was always the worry that my brother was going to come home and want to join in. So
that's true.
So I'd have to say, no, probably Monopoly, man.
Someone had a knife to their throat one time after Monopoly.
What's funny is like people would start fucking. Like on Monopoly, like I'd rage out on them. I'd be like, "Why are you fucking buying everything?" It's like, you don't even have any blues. Why are you buying the blues?
Someone ever got fucking Boardwalk and Park Place, you were fucked.
I never wanted them. I always wanted the corner over there, the green and the yellow.
Yeah.
The thing about Monopolies, it would start fair and everyone would be organized, and then it would just descend into people stealing cars and money and shit. The banker would just be handing out shit, so we could never finish it.
Yeah,
crooked ass bankers, man. You gotta have an honest banker. All right, am I up? Yeah, I am. I think.
Yeah.
I just hate it.
No, it's
you just said Mario Kart.
You said Mario Kart.
Oh, that's right. Another one Hayden's gonna say is too low. Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time, number 6.
It's way too low, man.
Like I said,
I fucking love this game. I've played it so many times.
I love it, but I've only played it at friends' houses.
You tell him it's too low, it ain't even on my fucking list. So.
See that? All right, so.
What are you smiling about?
I don't know. Oh yeah, we talked about this before. My next one is Goldeneye 64.
Yeah.
And do y'all remember what these bars were? Like the red side, the blue side?
Yeah, the red is your health and the blue is your shield.
Yeah.
I hadn't played this game in years, so I was looking at this picture. It looked familiar, but I just didn't remember. But the AK.
Oh, I missed that game.
Yeah, just the noise the guns made, like the bullets, the pew pew.
Isn't it weird how they couldn't, like, even when I never played the
remake.
remake.
He's got Sean Face too.
But everyone said the remake just didn't have the same magic to it as the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you guys ever play GoldenEye Rogue Agent?
No.
Yeah. That might be the one you were talking about. I really love that. Where it's
Rogue
like you're the
Agent.
guy who has an implanted, like, special eye or something. I think it was PS2 and Xbox or something. I can't remember. But
like, dude, you remember Perfect Dark?
Mm-hmm.
The knockoff.
Oh, yeah.
Goldeneye future version.
Man, I should have put that on my list.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
All right, Corey.
All right, number 6.
Talk about Goldeneye.
Greg mentioned this earlier, but I love these games. I can't remember if I loved 1 or 2 more, but I just put the first one. It was Jet Moto.
I think the second one was probably the better game, but the first one was the one I spent the most time with.
So either one will be on my list there.
I love the music in them. The music in those games was so good.
I just thought they were fun. There wasn't many like racing on water games, so I know that was like a road there. But
that was like PlayStation's answer to Wave Race. That was on 64, which was like the fucking game.
Yeah.
Which one was better?
I tried to Wave Race, honestly.
I tried to play the Wave Race or whatever the N64 was recently, and it's so boring. I don't know how I ever liked it. But back in the day, it was the shit.
But you could do backflips if you hit the ramp good enough.
Ah, that is true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'd be lucky to be able to hit the fucking ramp. I probably couldn't even drive it straight.
Hell no.
Not with that weird controller.
All right, is that my turn?
Yeah, you're up.
You just talked about it, but Ocarina of Time. I can't say
video,
too much because I never like sat down and.
What kind of gay walk was that?
Oh, she's a girl, so it's fine.
That's a fairy.
It's not a
gay
fairy.
walk, though.
That wasn't no fucking fairy. It was one of those orca people.
That's what I meant.
It's a little bit fruity.
Why are we picking her up? And she's all naked and shit.
Look at that.
No, they're not supposed to have clothes because like.
I see what you mean,
guys.
Corey. That's hilarious. All right.
Princess Rudo.
Hayden with the MVP playing the videos over here.
Yeah,
I'm just
he's
pulling them up as we go. You guys
I should have had videos for all these damn RPGs I'm playing. They're not.
Just
the
do what
pictures
I'm
aren't
doing.
doing them justice.
Just in between, just Google or YouTube the game playthrough and just pull up random clips.
I might have to do that actually.
Yeah, we'll do that when we're drunk. We'll do like a drunk version. So.
Shut up, Lawrence. All right, I'm up. I was going to try to load up a video real quick, but I don't have time, so we'll just share my title screen here. My number 5, we're into the ones that matter now. This could easily be my number 1 on any given day. I'll just say that because I fucking love this game. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Where does that fit in on the...
Right?
It was different because it was like it was almost like a real-time strategy Final Fantasy. But I'll say this about this game. This game was the original Game of Thrones because there was so much betrayal and shit in this game. Like, and it was about like royal families and stuff like that. That I kind of think that's where George R.R. Martin got the idea from.
Final Fantasy? No,
Yes.
he got that from the War of the Roses.
Did
But
you
I'm not
play
going to be a nerd
Dynasty
tonight.
Warrior? Any of the Dynasty Warrior games, Greg?
They're fun. They're the games. They're the type of games that I'd rather play with someone than by myself. Though.
Yeah, I always had fun playing those. I figured that'd be right up your alley.
Yeah, they're fun co-op games, but they're a little too rinse repeat as far as like.
Yeah.
I got a Greg for you also. A game for you also, Greg. Worms Armageddon. You'd love that. You never heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
Tactics Ogre was good too, but Final Fantasy Tactics had the story, man. The War of the Lions was a great story. It's your turn, Lawrence.
I was waiting for you to finish. I thought you had something more to add to that.
I'm trying to pull up videos for my top 5 here, so we'll try it.
I'm gonna see if I can do the same.
I'm going to see if I can do the same too. So everyone pause and find videos, I guess.
So I can speak at least.
I just keep sharing, sharing the
talk.
same screen. I just keep
Yeah.
redoing the video.
Oh, I see what you're doing now. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like go and download any video clips or anything like that.
So like, what are you typing to find? Are you typing like gameplay after it?
Yeah, just like I don't know, for most of these, if they're N64 at least, it just comes up with gameplay automatically. But yeah, just like playthrough or anything like that. And they've got it for, I don't know how people, like, I'm not smart enough to figure out how to record N64 footage. I would love
Lawrence straight completely went away.
Figure that out.
Why does he have my picture as his background?
Y'all are fucking.
Is that you at prom or something?
No, that's him as a champion. He is the heavyweight champion of the world. With that,
got that belt over to the left of me,
He's got his little championship belt. How come you don't age, Greg? Like, this was like 10 years ago. You still look the same.
I don't know why I said prom. I meant homecoming. I don't know what I'm talking about.
He was a champ.
Because I promise you, I aged.
You know that documentary When We Were Kings? That's when Greg was a champ. He was a fantasy football champ.
That's right. Get your video ready to go.
Yeah, it's ready to go. Here it is. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Oh, yeah.
All special tricks. Best move was Christ Air. I could never be Tony Hawk.
Christ Air was awesome.
Wanted to be Tony Hawk, so you picked Bob Burnquist if you couldn't pick Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I always played as, what was that one guy's name? Jamie something. I can't think.
There was Kareem Campbell. You had, I don't know if Mike Valley was in this game, or Valele, whatever the fuck his name is.
I forget. Jamie something was the guy I always played as, the bald dude. Had a skull on his fucking hoodie.
I want one of them to
skated
do Christ
for
Air.
Element, I believe.
I'm going blank.
Here it comes. I know he didn't do it. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet
Caballero.
game. I remember we used to just fall. We used to just do tricks like that and purposely let them fall to the ground and like bounce around everywhere. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Get out of here, Dan.
Damn, how much are we gonna watch this?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
no, I'm
real,
sorry,
Lawrence.
Yeah, I was getting
Let's get
absorbed.
into it.
I got to show you this turd of a pick I've got for number 5.
Hey, it's going on, Dan.
This is a turd of a pick, but man, I had a lot of fun playing this at our buddy Jeff's, Greg. We played the shit out of this when he got his PlayStation.
I think I know where you're going with it.
Destruction Derby.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I loved it. I should have had that on mine, man. How did I not mention it?
I've never seen this before. What the fuck?
Dude, it was
This
great.
so much fun.
It was so good.
Oh, yes.
I'm taking another game like similar to that, but on like this generation is fucking Wreckfest. That game is awesome. I play it all the time.
Hold on.
Do they have a
It's not-
Destruction Derby mode in it?
Everybody
like
should
this?
check it out.
Is that your health? Like the little
It's all fucking like destruction. Yeah.
But I mean, like, do they have the actual derby mode like this?
Yes.
Oh,
And you
man.
can derby fucking buses. You can derby campers. You can derby.
That's badass.
You can have a motorized couch derby.
I'm so
That's
getting that. It's
awesome.
called Wreckfest.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
I wonder if that was the free game on PlayStation 5 that I got.
Nah, I didn't get
It's
that.
on. Oh no,
I haven't
You
got
have
it yet,
a-
Ben, but I am gonna buy it whenever I catch it, like on a sale. Like
You have a
really cheap.
PlayStation, but it is on the Xbox Game Pass, so it may be on the PlayStation thing.
Yeah, PC.
I don't know.
Hell yeah. All right,
On PC.
my-
too,
Are you
Wreckfest
ready,
is.
Hayden?
yeah, my number 4, Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah.
Dang, dude, it's
Great
way
game.
too high.
Look, I feel like
Way
this,
too high.
This still holds up. Like, it may not be the best graphics ever, but damn, I mean, when
For
did
what
this
it
come
was,
out?
yeah.
Like 90, what, like 6, 7? Well, no, probably later than that. But
It was
I don't
like
know.
Mario in 3D. That was the first time you can see him like that.
Yeah, and just how big the scope of the game was. You know, like I don't
For
know how
its
many
time,
hours. Like it was, hours upon hours upon hours, and I don't know. I love it.
But you said it right, Hayden. You were like, no one ever beat that game.
I know, except Greg. I
Apparently.
had a friend who would beat like every game and I would always be jealous, and always
I didn't know
do
that
it myself.
The fucking video game market's insane right now.
Yeah, I know this game, even used, is like a lot. And I somehow I ended up with 2 copies from my childhood. I think my brother might have had his own copy because we didn't want to share games. Because there's one with a big.
Wait, play that JBL thing.
He put his
I
name
wish
and
I had a
Sharpie
queued
on
up.
the top of them. And I've spent hours trying to scrub that shit off, seeing if I can sell one of them.
All right, so we're on our number 4, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Share audio.
I wouldn't share the audio.
I wouldn't share the audio. Yeah, just
all right.
play the video.
Yeah. My number 4 is Lunar 2, Eternal Blue. It could have been my number 1 also. It's one of the greatest RPGs ever made. My working designs. Got your classic little sprite characters. Let me get to some gameplay. See, but it had cutscenes, like legit cutscenes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like you can see it right here. And then, like, whenever you get to the actual battles, fighting Galleon, one of my favorite antagonists of all time. Only doing 1 damage. Damn.
What RPG did you not like back in that era? It's like
Dude,
you played
I
all
fucking
of them.
loved RPGs. There's a reason it's my favorite game genre. Charming games, yeah.
Look what Ben said. I thought you said everyone heard of the games in your top 10.
Look,
I'll be honest. I've heard of that game probably only because I went to his house.
Well, actually, I do want to share something though before we move on for the pictures I got for that, because the way these games came, like I still actually have this copy of it with all this stuff that comes with it. It was like a big deal because it came with all kinds of shit. It cost like $80. But like, look at all the shit it came with, man. You got like little art books, maps, card things.
Cool.
This little emblem necklace I got with it. It came with. They all always came with a soundtrack. But I actually still have this whole box set. It's worth something like $200, $300 now.
To truly flash back to this time, Greg, why don't you tell them where you read your instruction manuals?
When I was taking a shit.
What?
It's routine.
Who didn't?
I would always take a shit before I played the game, read the instruction manual, then go get started for about 24 hours of gaming.
Hell yeah!
All right, so
you got
Hayden,
your-
this is, you're gonna bring back. This is gonna bring back so many memories. Hayden, tell me you remember this. Fucking Snowboard Kids for the 64.
I never heard of it.
You never heard of
Yeah.
Snowboard Kids?
I
Hold on.
I never played it. I was always that.
Ben
what's that
says
other
he
game?
still
It was
reads
like-
manuals on the shitter.
There was some like
I don't
It's
get
like
manuals in
20.
my games.
or something was.
Yeah,
The
you had
snowboard
Slash,
game.
Jam.
Look, the only
Nancy.
snowboarding game that mattered was the Shaun White snowboarding game.
No,
okay?
this was better than that, dude, because it had that Nintendo charm and like, look at this, man. Look at that.
It does
look
look
how
fun. I'm
cool
not
this
gonna
is.
lie.
Watch this. Watch. He didn't do a fucking
Yeah.
trick. I don't know why he's. All right, so he's gonna get some power ups and shit. And the
Watch
boards.
this. Watch
you had
this.
different boards that had powers. Like you had Dragon Board, you had Rocket Board. It gave you speed. He's got a little bomb.
It looks like he's
It's a
got a
good
bomb
game.
on his head.
That was the '90s, man. It was just what they did.
Is he gonna do a trick? Oh,
Oh,
there we go. There's a trick.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 1,000 points for
Oh,
a trick.
And he had a little parachute. It's a little
He went
goofy
through the
game.
sign.
Yeah, you did that back in the Nintendo 64
Oh,
days.
did he just throw a missile at somebody?
Yep.
That was cool.
So it was like Mario Kart, but with snowboarding.
Right. Yeah, with snowboards.
Oh,
I got all my videos ready to go now. I'm good.
all right. Finally, some traditional sports here.
It's about time.
My number 4 is.
You better have game day on your list.
Triple Play 2000.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was such a good game.
This is the N64. I think I played it mainly on PlayStation, but
I never played that one. I always played. What was that other? I'm gonna look it up. God, baseball games were so fun.
It's got pretty good animation, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It does. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Like you could still play it today, and it wouldn't be cringy.
Right? Yeah. They ain't got no faces, but you know.
What's that? It's better than Sean Penn's face.
Yeah. All right. Let me share this.
Hayden, did you not have a single PlayStation game on your list?
No.
He said that.
Like I said, it's all in 64.
It's all good.
That's why it's my first system, the system I had the longest before I got a PS2.
Do you still have it?
Yes, I still have the exact same one. Yeah, hooked up to this old shitty TV that I've got, and yeah.
See, I keep all mine. I just keep all mine put up, and I just play emulators when I want to play the old shit.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough for that shit.
It's another RPG.
You might need to teach me how to do that.
I could give you a video tutorial one day. Actually, all you need to do is I'll give you a link in the private chat you can go to that you can actually do a lot on just this website.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. But my number 3 is Donkey Kong 64. It only got above Super Mario 64 because I spent way more time playing it as a kid, so I have more memories with it. Kind of similar sort of game, you know, where it's kind of like you go into these different worlds, these different islands, and try to do different objectives and get, instead of stars, it's bananas.
But Hayden, what was cool was you could play as the Donkey Kong family, like Lanky Kong.
Yeah.
Grandpa Kong.
And you'd have to like I'll skip around. You have to switch characters to do certain things and to get to certain places. And so yeah, I guess Lawrence, you played it. Any of you guys ever played it?
Play it all the time.
So
the only bad thing is it never tells you when you've officially completed a section. So you're never positive. I don't know, if I go back and start from one of my saved games, I'll have no clue which area I need to go to get to the next task.
Dude, that's happened to me so many times on RPGs I play. But this is the site you need to go to if you want to play some retro stuff.
Oh,
Hayden.
okay.
Is this site right here, retrogames.cc.
I've never been able to figure that out, but
I mean, literally all you do is you click on it and then you click on the controller, map all your buttons out on whatever controller you're playing on, and
oh hell yeah,
it just loads up and you play. You can save the state, so you can still save your game.
And you can just
it's got
play
everything,
it on your computer.
Dude. Nintendo, Sega, TurboGrafx 16, PlayStation. Now it doesn't have all the games, but it does have a huge library of games.
Oh, that's
because
awesome.
certain ones you can't get licensing for.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one you just did, Corey? Triple Play?
Yeah.
Wonder if it's on here. Let's see real quick. There's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 right there. Twisted Metal 4 is on here, and all the Twisted Metals looks like.
I'm going to have some fun with this.
Yeah, and it looks like no Triple Play, probably because it's licensed by MLB. So.
Yeah.
I'll remember this, Corey. Remember Theme Park?
Oh, fuck, yeah.
I should have had that on my list, man. I missed out. I put too many RPGs.
Way too many.
Shut the fuck up. I'll do what I want. It's my list.
You were the one that said you put it on. I was agreeing with you.
I think he maybe did, Dan.
What happened?
Man, you didn't do that.
No. What did it say? British man eating celery and abusing his maid.
All right, I'm gonna. My number 3 here is could easily be my number one. I've said this is possibly one of my favorite RPGs ever. Breath of Fire 3.
What? I thought you already said this.
No, that was Breath of Fire 4, my honorables. This one I like better.
Okay.
Like, you got your little world map, your little blue-haired guy. Let's jump a little forward here.
Is this PS?
Here's a battle.
PS1.
Oh, you missed. You suck. How can you not like this, man? Look at it. It's so charming.
I just didn't like the taking turns thing. It was kind of boring. What do you think, Greg?
See, that's what I miss about games now.
That's why when Lawrence pulls up to like a 4-way stop, he just goes.
Do you know how many hours?
Do you
know how many hours of this shit Corey had to watch and fall asleep to?
Oh god, I feel bad for Corey. Having to sit through this
Here
shit.
we go, another battle.
It looks the same as the other battle.
No, it's different monsters, see?
Why do you think near the end, Greg, I came to your house drunk every time?
Games are great, man. How can you hate on them?
Yeah. All right, my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Watch this. This is a game, Greg. This is Capcom versus Marvel, or Marvel versus Capcom 2. This game changed the game for everyone. Like, even my stepdad played this game with us, and he was like 40 at the time. And he would sit down with like me, my older brother, and we would just play this game for hours and hours, man.
Dude, my stepdad realized he was gay playing this game. That's how amazing it was.
Well, some of the characters didn't look half bad, even if they were guy characters. Skipping around to the
I see Mega Man, so I'm liking that.
Shout out to Greg. Yeah, Mega Man was a cool
great
character.
game, though. I remember this.
Like, I want to see some cooler battles, though.
Yeah, it's a great game if you enjoy beating up women, Lawrence. That's what I'm seeing here.
This guy must have liked fucking. Did you play? Yeah, it's a Mega Man beating up another chick. I don't know what's going on with it. Fuck Mega Man. Here's the Zangief and Mega Man again. I don't know why this.
Because Mega Man's the shit.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck Mega Man.
You picked that scene on purpose just so you could see Mega Man get fucked
Gambit was in it, and Gambit was one that you always picked. It was a cool game.
Yeah, actually, it makes me want to go back and replay it. It looks really fun. There's no Michael Myers. There's no Freddy Krueger. There's no fucking Leatherface.
I don't mind that about those games.
I really don't either. I just like to harp on it.
They need to put in one, especially since
I just think it's bullshit. They make you pay for each one of them, and you don't get it for free.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Unless you wait till the end and get that complete release or whatever.
Which is the best way to do it.
All right, number 3 for me. Mario 64.
Yeah.
Do you think you could still play that today, Corey, without it making you sick?
Yeah, I've played it not long ago on an emulator, so that game never bothered me that way. No.
Did you beat it though? Did you ever complete it?
No.
Why did nobody finish that game?
Dude, it was hard. It is long as hell.
Now you get to the end where you got to throw those bombs up and make them land inside Bowser to fucking blow him up.
I do remember fighting Bowser, but I think you fight him multiple times though, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I got far enough to face him at least once. That's all I remember. Great game.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of Mario 3 where you got to do that. I forget how you killed Bowser in that one.
And you like grab him by his tail and swing him
Yeah,
around.
that's it. Because grabbing him by his tail was a bitch.
Yeah, you had to like sneak up behind him and grab his ass. Essentially. Kind of weird when you think of it like that.
Bunch of grab assing going on in that game.
Before I checked out, y'all had said, why didn't no one beat Mario 64? I didn't know when I beat a level. So I didn't know how to, I didn't know when I completed any of the levels, so I couldn't beat the whole game.
It shoots you out of the painting when you get a star. Then you jump right back in.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There wasn't no teleporting in this Mario. That's why no one beat it. See, people could beat those Mario games where you could teleport and shit. There wasn't no teleporting in this shit. It was real.
Yeah. It's a bitch when you come up on a damn chomper on a chain. That's in real life.
All right, Hayden, are you ready here?
All right, my number 2. Even though I feel like it sucks to play today because of the awkward control scheme.
Damn, he one-shotted him.
Goldeneye.
Look at how sloppy that aiming is.
Yeah, well, that's how you played. You just
now you could manual aim, but you had to like sit still while you were manual aiming because of the controller design.
Yeah.
That might have been my problem. I think I might have been just trying to manual aim it every time.
That actually creeped me out with this game. Was like when you pop up behind a door and there'd be a dude just waiting.
Why is he? I thought he was going to kill the doctors. They're not hurting anybody.
No.
Remember, you could like do like a mines only multiplayer.
Yeah,
game?
proximity mines.
Oh, I loved that.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I would always kill those scientists too.
And before you say it's called proximity mines, we called them proximity mines because we were fucking retarded.
Proximity.
Yeah, instead of saying proximity mines, they just said proximity
Jesus,
mines.
man.
That's a Mississippi education.
I was going to say, what school did you go to? Because I want to make sure not to send my daughter there.
Westgate Apartment Complex. Ocean Springs. Yeah, I met a guy named William there who was a Diamond Dallas Page fan.
Some old man named Lester is the guy who touch on everything.
My number 1 hasn't been talked about yet, so I'm really happy.
All right, my number 2, sorry, is none other than Final Fantasy VII. Why would it be anything else? Let's jump past it. Look at that. Look how horrible it looks now.
So wait, this is 7? Is this the updated? Or
this is what a lot of people consider the greatest RPG ever made.
Because footage of me at the bar in Poland.
Yeah, I wonder if I can get to a battle real quick here. Look at how horrible it looks, man.
Dude, it's...
What does the updated one look like?
Let's see, where's a battle?
Any different?
Oh, here's a battle.
Fucking RPG.
There we go. Here's what your battle looks like. Oh yeah, hit him with that blizzard.
I don't know if I could get
Greg's getting a chub again up there.
Oh yeah.
Turn it off.
He's getting way too
Love
into
it. Oh yeah, I forgot y'all could see my face as I'm watching that.
Glad we
Love
can't
it,
see your
man.
hand.
Yeah.
So Hayden, that was your number 2?
That was my number 2.
Oh, sorry.
Dustin would be upset because he would say that should be my number 1.
Well, Dustin's not here, so he can't be upset anymore.
Bloody Roar 2 is your number 2?
Bloody Roar 2 is my number 2.
Okay.
This is a game we played more than any other game. My stepdad included. Any game I played with my stepdad, when he sat down to play a game with us, it was crazy.
I'm surprised he didn't say it was satanic.
Well, that's the thing, because he was super Christian, so we couldn't play anything. But when he did find a game we liked and we all agreed on it, it was special. So you had your little guys here. You pick. I picked the chick, the cheetah. Forget the names of some of these guys. Yeah. Here's some gameplay footage so we can get the show on the road.
So like you started out as humans.
Yeah,
you could
turn into an animal, and when you did that, you got special power. Like,
damn, you got a perfect.
Wow.
Little combos. This game was sick.
Killer Instinct wasn't on anyone's list, I noticed.
Yeah.
What is this called?
I thought that was
Bloody Roar 2.
Oh, that was a N64, wasn't it?
Yep.
This is for PS1 though. I had it, so all right.
So you're a big fan of the fighting games on the PS1 era, huh?
Yeah, that was our thing.
Yeah, I was all
Consoles, fighting
JRPG.
games,
You were
so.
fighting it. I still played those games. It's just RPGs are what my faves was. So.
But now instead of Corey watching you, it's your wife watching you.
No, she ain't watching me play shit. She'll walk by and smack me in the head talking about fucking games.
What a loving relationship.
It's like she's your mom or something, man.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
So when you said this at the start of the game, I made a little change. I put a Dreamcast game on my list. Just basically replaced a similar game at my number 2. But this game is what would become the greatest football game of all time. And this is for Dreamcast, NFL 2K1.
Ooh, yeah. It doesn't look bad, man.
Oh, it looks
even
good.
by today's standards, yeah, it looks good. Did somebody HD up this shit, man? I don't remember it looking this good.
It looked that good. Dreamcast looked really good.
Very underrated system.
Yeah.
I wonder if they got this on that retro site. I'm about to look.
I don't know.
Because they have Dreamcast on here. Let's see.
The only drawback of that game, I didn't like the announcers, but
What? Why were they so bad?
they were just like generic announced teams.
A lot of the fight nights were like that, where they just have the 2 dudes talking and be like, "Dude, shut up."
Well, it does not have Dreamcast games on here, unfortunately. All right, so Hayden, we're back to you for your number 1. You said no one said it yet.
Yeah. All right.
Donkey Kong 64. No, you already said that.
Here we go. Mario Party 2. For
Mario Party.
A Mario Party was thrown in.
I love this game. The mini games were, I feel like, so much better than Mario Party 1 or 3. And so
I played
much
the one for
fun.
GameCube.
So much fun to have people over and play these.
Yeah, but see, this is another one of those games that like ended friendships.
Yeah.
Like everybody leaves your house fucking hating your guts.
This is that sleepover game when you had like multiple guys over your house. This is so much fun.
All your friends leave together and they're all talking shit about you. Like, man, fuck that guy, man.
Yeah.
Let's see what Shy Guy says. Stupid minigame. Yeah, that's my number 1.
All right. My number 1 is not going to wow anybody except me. It is Lunar, the Silver Star Story Complete. I rented this game from Schnucks, their video store, blindly, and I fucking loved it. I fell in love with it. It became my favorite RPG of all time just because of the story, the look of it. It's another one like Lunar 2 that has all the extra shit you get with it when you buy the game. How do you not like that? Look at it. It's charming.
Looks cool.
Let's see if I can find a scene here with animation. There's our party members, Luna, Alex, and Ramus.
What are your favorite memories with it? You ever get a blowjob while you're playing it?
Dude, when it came to games like this, it was all about the story.
Yeah, Greg, what the fuck? This looks like the same thing you said 10 times already during this whole screen. It's like the gameplay is the same. It's one guy jumping, and you having a moves list. You click some sentence, and then they attack.
Because dude, a lot of these games, I still remember this. Still remember the story to this day. They just stuck with me.
Dude, go get Quest 64.
I'm gonna play that actually. I'm gonna see if it's on that site right now. I bet it is.
That was one of my favorite RPGs.
We're down to the wire. So
let's go to the 64. Hey, Goldeneye's on here. I could play that right now.
So you just click on it and it plays. You don't have to even.
Yeah, all you got to do is sync up a controller.
Oh hell yeah!
What's cool is you can get PC controllers that match every game system controller.
Oh, that's cool.
Check it out, Hayden.
Oh, bottom of the 9th.
If you want to go back and play it.
Okay.
Right there it is, Quest 64.
Hell yeah.
See, look, you click on it, hit start game, and then just play now. You got to sync up a controller.
Yeah, you can get you can get an N64.
See, like right here. See, click that to sync up a controller. You can save your state.
N64 computer controller on Amazon's like $10.
Oh, it was made by THQ. I forgot about that. There
Hey,
you go, man.
y'all
There's your
remember
game.
Hey, y'all remember them cheap ass N64 controllers that were like this
Mad
small,
Cats?
like this, yeah, Mad Cats. Mad Cats.
Man, all the
Like-
Mad Cat shit sucked. It would
Like
break
really
in like
fat.
2 weeks.
Greg always had
No,
this
there was-
one, like, I can't remember what system, but it was like everyone called it the Voltron controller. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
No, dude, remember the one that was like the N64 controller, but it was like stubby. It was like the fat brother of the
Yeah.
regular one.
That's
It
the-
had
that was it.
Short hands. Oh,
Just
that's
like
the one you're talking about?
Yeah, we'd be playing Bond, and like I'd have like 3 good controllers, and then the one Voltron
Right.
controller. And they would be like,
no one
they'd be
wanted
like, man,
that.
I don't want to fucking play with the Voltron controller.
Yeah, that started fights. You better had
yeah.
to pick up that fucking thing. All right, y'all ready for me? My number one.
Yeah.
I don't think
No
I
one
am.
said this. No one probably heard of this, but it was Conker's Bad Fur Day. It was a little game with squirrels.
Knew it. I
It
knew it
was
was
a
coming.
bad game. They would curse. There'd be blood, headshots, people's heads exploding. Let's see what this guy chooses. War,
I
best
know
mode.
that's like the most sought after and hardest to find. Maybe not hardest to find, but most expensive N64 game.
Yeah,
today.
they remade it. There was a Live and Reloaded for the Xbox regular. See, look at this. He's about to blow his brains out, and this is a.
Dude, that's
He's getting fucked up.
I've never even seen gameplay of this. This is cool.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like, I think it was actually banned here for a while because it was too violent.
It was.
Nintendo
It
didn't
was
want
way.
That's
all
why
that
it's so
violence.
expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because, you know, Nintendo was like very anti-blood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This was so raunchy and of its time. Like it was so just evil. Like they can't make a game like this now. I don't think, even with the M for mature tag.
And that squirrel was like the craziest one, right? The one that is running around
The
here.
teddies are bad, but they're just random. If you don't cut him in half, you stupid son of a... There you go.
Damn. Chopped his head off.
That's awesome.
And we were 12 playing this game. Like we couldn't
Explains
play
a
it in
lot,
front of
Lawrence.
parents. Yeah, that was a game you couldn't play in front of anyone's parents because I guess they'd ban you from the house or something. It was a bad game.
Was that like your favorite like small time video store to ever go to? Was that one in Schnucks, Corey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
loved
they
it,
they
man.
have like, especially in the VHS era, you know, they have, you could rent 2 movies for $1 for 5 days. So I'd rent like fucking 20 movies over a
I
weekend.
remember
and
that.
it's like
And then, of
$10
course-
out the door, and then we go hit up fucking Taco Bell or whatever, and fucking.
But wasn't Taco Bell so much better back then? Like
Yeah.
Well, they had half their menu still.
No,
It
but
was
I mean,
still,
like,
it was still fucking dirty. But
yeah, even the food tastes better back then. Like Taco Bell just, it felt like a treat back then. Now it's like, ugh.
I said the same thing about McDonald's. You know, maybe you just had it so many times it lost its magic. You know.
It's not that. It's something changed, man. It's like they stopped caring. It's like it used to be Mexican food. Now it's just like it has a Mexican food sign, but it's not really Mexican food.
that's a bunch of
I don't think it was
dirtbags
ever
making
Mexican.
minimum wage. Are they
Yeah.
gonna give a fuck?
Yeah.
True.
Fucking parolees.
I was gonna say, well, if they wouldn't have fucked up their life,
I
by
worked at Taco
going to
Bell.
prison.
That was my first job, Corey.
I bet you work with someone that was out of jail.
Dude, I was pissed because they never put those guys in drive-through. I was like, and it's because they were cons. And I was like, I need
Because
to
they
be a
would
fucking
yell
con.
at them. They would yell at the customer.
They would try to fight them. I was like, all right, never mind. I seen a Karen almost fight some fucking ex-con big dude. They were almost going to blows. It was weird.
The fucking ex-cons would be at the window. We ain't got that in stock. What else
And
you
she
want?
was like, I need to talk to your manager. This is the stupidest thing. They were just going back and forth. And I was like, this lady's got some balls on her to do this.
Did he call her a
This is cool.
bitch?
He did all that. He almost came out the window. He almost like he put his foot on the counter thing to get out the window to her car. And that's whenever the manager came out and just gave her some free shit.
This happened
Center
at the
on
one on
it.
49 right across from my work, didn't it?
No, the one in Orange Grove, further down,
Oh, okay.
right there by McDonald's. But yeah, Burger King's weird now.
All right, Corey, number 1 for you.
All right. To me, this is one of the best wrestling games of all time. No Mercy, 64.
Oh, yeah.
Great game.
Oh, shit. Here it comes.
I may not know much about wrestling.
The big deal about this game was entrances. They finally had entrances. Look at that. It even has the entrance video. So suiting for Kurt Angle for long. Look at him. Why do they all look like they had to take a shit when they walked out, though?
I swear to God, though, like the wrestling mechanics, like of the game, the grappling system and shit, has never.
Benoit.
Oh, that's controversial. You playing that
Benoit?
Yeah,
it is very.
Yeah. They've never fucking got it right since this game.
They really haven't.
Really? So they haven't gotten. This is the best one because I asked them what the best wrestling game is because I thought about it. Like this is what they say.
Some people say like the SmackDowns for PS2 and shit, but
I liked those games better. That style with like the NWO, the No Mercy.
Yeah, but they weren't on.
Remember how you can go to the audience and you can pull like trash cans out of the audience or like weapons like baseball bats? Like if you went to the rails at the edge or under the mat, that shit was cool.
You remember
Corey, who was your favorite wrestler in those games?
I mean, back in the day, I was a big Owen Hart fan. So
Dan says Kevin Sullivan did it. He's on that conspiracy.
Oh yeah, the Benoit thing.
But you remember how much I used to fucking hate Goldberg, Corey?
Yeah.
Like every time he would fucking win, like he'd get ready to be fighting someone else, and be like, all right, this is gonna be the guy to do it. He's gonna beat Goldberg. Then Goldberg would like fucking stomp him, and I'd get so pissed.
Why? You kind of look like his like brother or something, like his little brother.
Well, actually, secretly, I liked Goldberg, but I didn't want to tell anybody.
What? Was it like a gay lovers thing?
Because I didn't want to be the bandwagon guy. You know, I didn't want to be a turncoat.
I want to give you a little bonus footage here, Greg. This is a little clip from Wreckfest. This is like the Demolition Derby part, so.
All right.
You should check it out.
I'm definitely going to if it's like Destruction Derby. Oh, dude, this looks so good.
Man. What is this called again?
Wreckfest.
And what
this looks good.
Xbox One or PS4.
Oh, I see the little bars above the cars. You must have to take that down to take it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was a PS1 game. I was gonna say this looks like it could be playable now.
Oh, I'm gonna check that out too.
It has the tires and shit coming off. I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks so much fun.
How do you win or lose? Like, what's the?
You got to take all the other cars out. Be the last car standing.
Yeah. All right, got it.
So who's the loser? Who's the loser of the list this week? Me.
Yeah, all your games are the same.
Who gets to decide?
The
Dan, who won?
Yeah, Dan. Dan can pick the winner.
Dan will pick. He's not gonna choose me. But it's who knows if I'll be.
I mean, like Hayden's was all 64. Mine was all PlayStation 1 era RPGs.
Mine was an equal mix, 50-50.
There's a lot of fighting games.
There was 3 out of 10 games for fighting games.
Well, I'd say Corey wins. So
Corey wins again.
His was the most versatile.
Nah, just let me win one, Greg. Come on, for 1 week. Corey, is that all right with you if I can win one this week?
I don't care. That's fine.
Fine. You fucking
I'm tired of winning.
I'll take that burden off your
Feel
shoulder.
like the fucking Bill Belichick.
Corey's the Patriots of the Slackercast. So.
All right, you ready for the next top 10?
Yeah, it's right. It's your list, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what is it?
All right, here we go. And I've got a little variation on the honorable mentions, kind of like we did with the fast food shit. You know, you had a separate little qualifier on that. So the top 10 is your all-time favorite wrestling entrance themes.
Ooh, fuck. That's going to be hard.
But the honorable mentions are your 5 most underrated ones. So not
that's a
necessarily
great
your
list.
favorites.
Oh, fuck you.
God, it's gonna take me all week to do this list.
I don't know any.
So obviously Hayden won't be joining us next week for that one.
Yeah.
Hayden will only join us to pick the winner.
I like the Fiend when he comes up from the ground. That's
So here's my
the only one
question:
I know.
if we're doing this list, are we going to be able to play them?
I mean, you could probably play like.
That's controversial.
There's like a 5-second rule, you know.
Is there? Okay.
What if it's audio but no video? Will they get us?
I mean,
That's probably worse. I
It's
don't know.
it's actually they get you from music faster than anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're going to be fine to play a little clip. It won't be something you can monetize, which you're not doing anyway. So
Exactly. I was like, what's it matter? It's not like I'm getting paid for this shit.
he's playing. Lawrence does those midweek shows. He plays an entrance theme the whole.
I
fucking
did
Yeah,
do a
that's
video.
what
anyway.
I'm
No, but we delete them the next day.
Oh, okay. I did
You
get
know,
a video banned like completely.
that video had so many
for
copyright
WWE.
disputes. I just stopped disputing them on that one. I just said, "Fuck
Hayden,
it," 'cause
what?
there was so
Hayden,
many.
you said you got a video banned completely.
Yeah, I was showing a WWE clip of Bray Wyatt, and they completely I had to take the clip out of the video before they'd even let people watch it back.
Wow.
So
Well,
be careful.
I think we don't have to play them. I mean, we'll know what they are when we say them. So.
Corey, are we allowed to put female stuff like the Divas themes, or is it just guys
I don't give
only?
a shit. All time, your favorites. I don't know whose fucking women's theme you're going to put on there, but
He's like, there's none that's good, I guess. Oh man,
This commentary
that
from last
sucks.
week. Why was it banned, Jay?
damn! It's like they're hitting everybody. Recheck
Yeah,
some of our
they
videos.
go overboard with that banning shit, man.
yeah.
They
It's
definitely
like-
have favorites.
I mean, I understand that people are trying to play entire fucking movies on their YouTube and shit, or
Yeah, they got favorites. It's the people
Yeah.
making them fucking money.
I can't
Yep.
even. You can't even play clips of a movie trailer in
Yeah.
your video. And it's like that's so stupid. I
So
didn't
how
even
can you
have
do like
audio.
reaction videos, like first time reaction and?
I don't know. I know I get flagged every time I try to show clips for that type of video. But I don't know. I think the bigger guys, since they're probably connected with like a YouTube network or whatever management company, it helps them filter and get away with it more often, I guess. I don't know.
all right, here we're gonna try something real quick. Okay, here we're gonna put this theory to a test. I'm gonna play like 5 seconds of the Undertaker's theme. Here in
Yeah,
just a
that'll
second.
that'll see if you get a.
Yeah, just see if it'll get flagged later.
Like I'll play 5 or 10 seconds of it, and we'll see what happens here.
And if we get flagged, just remove it, or like edit it out.
Yeah, I will. So here we go. Let's try this real quick. Share audio.
All the retard dating shows Jamie wanted him to play.
All right, here I go. I'm gonna play this shit. So for about 5 to 10 seconds. All right, we'll see if that gets flagged because that's about.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should do some tests, but then again, one video might get flagged and another one might. And that'd be a lot of videos to test out if you're gonna
Holy
go
shit,
through
dude.
everyone's list.
Dude, they even the cover songs get covered according to Jay. So
Yeah, my karaoke shit gets flagged. So
What the fuck?
what?
It's so stupid. It's like
petty, man.
It's a cover.
yeah.
I don't get it.
Petty as fuck.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap this up. It's getting late, so got shit to do, people to take home, all that good stuff. Been packing up because finally found a house and got to start packing up and
Cool.
getting everything closed on that. It's a working process. Did find out that we qualified for like a grant that's going to pay like $7,000 down on it, which is fucking awesome.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be a big help and not take all of our fucking savings account. But Lawrence, you haven't been doing much on the channel lately. What do you got coming up lately? You owe the people some stuff.
Hurricane Ida came, guys, messed up everything. I felt like a dickhead because on my last stream, the midweek stream, I was promising you the Ghost Tube streams, and we never got those uploaded. I didn't even get to do a show later on that night with Greg because we were getting prepared for the storm that came through here. And so we will be back on that this week.
I will add to what Lawrence is saying there. I've got everything pieced together now for all the little hunts that we've done recently. So we'll probably do that. I don't know. We'll see. Probably next Monday. We'll chime in and go ahead and show that.
Just to fill you in, the Ghost Tube stuff is like we've been going to cemeteries basically and walking around and trying to catch ghosts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you want to join in, man, just let us know. You're welcome to.
We'll fly you out here so you can help us.
Pay for your ticket.
If you guys ever come down to Texas or something, or if I'm ever in your area,
dude, I would love to come do one of these things at the Alamo. That would be fucking awesome.
Shout out to all our southern viewers.
I'll make
Jay.
a trip out to San Antonio
Southside.
for you guys. That'd be awesome. Hell yeah.
But are you still? What about your Batman?
Yeah, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. And on 30th, we have I'm gonna watch the trailer they just released for The Batman. They did like a trailer 2 sneak peek, so I'm gonna check it out.
Is that what it's
tomorrow.
called? The Batman?
Yeah, it's just called The Batman. That's my thoughts too, Greg. But that's it. So, Corey, you got anything?
Yeah, I really encourage anyone to check out the show we did recently, the Family Business Watch Along. It was really cool. Mary Posa was our guest, and she was awesome. And we actually got a little off-screen cameo from Seymour Butts himself. And he gave us a lot of knowledge that was awesome. And we'll have another episode of that pretty soon. I'm trying to find a good day for her to be back on with us. This Saturday, we got 3 shows for 9/11. 2 art bells and a kind of discussion show later that night about our memories of 9/11. And then September 15th, I'm pretty excited about this. We're bringing back East of the Rockies, and our guest is Michael Channels, and Michael was probably the last best friend of Charles Manson. He was also kind of like the executor of his will and was in a legal battle for his remains when he died. So we're going to probably have multiple shows with him, and we're going to start with kind of how he built a relationship with Charles Manson. So,
did he win that battle for the remains?
I don't think he did, no. It's Manson's son did.
Try to get some. That'd be cool.
Hayden, you've been putting anything out there lately?
I do have a video that's in the works. And then it's kind of early to announce it, but October, I've been playing through Resident Evil 7. I think it's 7, the Biohazard one.
That was a good one. I played that one.
Yeah, and so I'll be releasing like hour-long episodes, playthroughs of that during October. And yeah, I'm trying to work on some more content. So, and we'll also be doing, I'll be doing like a Cheaters. If you guys have seen the show Cheaters from back in the day, we'll be doing like a live commentary of that soon. Me and Jay.
I like those that y'all do on those shows like that, like those and the that Fuckboy Island or whatever that show is called.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to actually show clips. Like we're gonna all watch it together live, so hopefully I won't get taken down for actually showing the show. But yeah, these reality shows are a lot of fun. Yeah.
I like the reality TV, I'm not going to lie. I'm a sucker for it.
Hey,
I know, it's like I hate it, but I love it.
Hey, you ever thought about starting your own reality TV show? I mean, why not? Why can't we do... You know?
Jay and I... Well, Jay, what was the... I know you're over there in the chat. Jay had a really interesting idea. My idea was just like, get a bunch of hot chicks and then a bunch of fat dudes like me and just like surprise the women. Like, here's your hunky males, and it's just a bunch of fat middle-aged dudes.
No, what you do?
You thought we said hunky? We said chunky.
No, what you do? Is you find 10 homeless people in the area, and you let them stay at your house for a month, and they vote each other out every week. And the one who remains, well, more than a month, I guess, but the one who remains gets like $100 or something.
Well, they do homeless. They do shit with homeless people all the time. Remember bum fights? They used to get bums to fight and post it on YouTube. That was messed up. Like somebody realized, like, how are you gonna exploit them like that, man?
You're talking about Kimbo Slice?
He wasn't homeless.
Oh,
he looked like it, but yeah.
Yeah.
There was bumfights.com.
All right. Well, before
and
anything
Texas
else,
Frightmare. Jay's coming down for Frightmare, and we might have some other people. So I don't know if we're gonna do any live shows, possibly from the convention. But
hey, you do it on your phone all the time. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Let's do it.
Even if it's a short one.
Tape it to my chest, and we'll go live through the whole place.
Only if you're not wearing a shirt, though. This be a shirtless episode.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get ready to head out of here. But before that, I want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Woo. Thanks to S'mores Indoors, Shelby W, Hayden, appreciate it. Jay, also appreciate it, and Orc, who is not in the chat tonight. I was kind of missing him.
I was missing Jamie too. I didn't see her.
Yeah, definitely.
Jess,
Shelby W still on your top tier.
Yes, he is.
He wouldn't buy me a drink the other night. So.
Don't know what to tell you, man.
That's because of us, man. We're draining it.
But check out our merch store. Also got that Sovereign merch store link. All that stuff is in the description. 10% off on each of those if you use the promo codes. Also linked in the description there. Like and subscribe and tell your friends about us. We definitely need more subs. But it's basically all I got. So until next time, Lawrence.
Slack off.